There are many places around the world, Central America, South America, Southeast Asia, where I've arrived in a town or a city for a stop off for one night, and then I've ended up being there that little bit longer. Seremban is one of them. I arrived here yesterday and I was meant to be leaving from across the road at the railway station going on to Kuala Lumpur. But I like this place. This place is interesting. It sits between Kuala Lumpur and Malacca, and because they are the big powerhouses of tourism within Malaysia, I think this place is trying to get into the act. So yesterday I had a little walk around and I found the place fascinating. Had a look online and there is a online map, heritage trail that you can follow, and it all starts from the railway station, which I was at yesterday, and there's just lots of stuff happening around here. Now at the moment it's been raining all day. It's now 5 to 4 hours worth of rain off and on, and the hotel I'm staying in has said it won't rain for the next hour, and they made a little promise. So I've come out because I need to leave tomorrow morning to go to Kuala Lumpur, so this is my only chance of coming out. And you can see there is evidence of dark clouds. It was a lot darker earlier on, and there is puddles everywhere, but it's all drying out pretty quick, thank God. So we've come here, which is obviously a postman. He's got a little bit of water hanging off his chin. So I'm guessing this is the old post office. And this trail, heritage trail, has got these all over the place in Malaysian and in English. Lots of pictures, explains everything, and then you can get a scan for the e-map, but I actually found it myself. So this is just the 0 kilometer monument, which, as you can read, it's just a symbolic starting point for the Federal Road. So I might have to take a quick photograph with Mr. Giles in the background. Bye bye, Mr. Giles. So this morning I woke up feeling quite positive about the weather because there was blue skies. I actually went for a run, and this city is perfect. There's a running route that goes around. Well, it's a road, but because it's a Sunday it was quiet, so I had a nice little jog for 30 minutes, mainly to test my foot out. Yes, I've had an injury lately and I feel perfect. Once I had that little run, one thing that I miss so much from UK, I love Asian food, but I do miss my full English breakfast. You see that car? I didn't. It's only because there's a big puddle down there. Every town, every city I go to, I try and do a Google search for full English breakfast, and I'm always let down by they're not having any, or showing a picture of something that looks totally different from what a full English breakfast should be. This place, oh my God, I had one this morning. It was, as you can see here, beautiful. Proper sausages, proper bacon. Oh, I was in heaven. Only thing that was missing was beans, but you can't have everything. Right, I'm going to try and cross this road. And surprisingly, after my run, I still feel quite fit. Right, where am I going now? Get my little e-map out. there. So not only have I had a run in an easy little running spot, not only have I had one of the best English breakfasts in Southeast Asia, it's just been a really nice place so far. And you can see that they're trying to improve the tourism here. If you Google tourism for this city, they have pledges that they're trying to get people to come here. And one of the big things they're doing is with the train station, making it more modern. And this is the next place. Now I'm really bad at pronunciations, but the English version is the Sri Balathandayuthapani temple. So built in 1895 on a piece of land donated by Chetty community. The temple was amongst the first of the original 17 buildings that existed at the time. Wow, look at that. And there's a little lily pond that needs a good clean up. Wow. The detail they've got on all the carvings. Look at that. Yeah, certain dress you've got to have before you go in. That's beautiful. Blue skin. Wow. And even across the road, you've got various murals going across. And then I saw that from a distance yesterday, and I'm not too sure what it is. But there's steps over there. And then across the road, oh, green man is flashing. I mean, you can tell the rain's been down. The football pitch is flooded all over the place. And every now and again I keep looking up to make sure that there's no more rain coming. Right, what's this road? Wow. In front of me is murals of, I'm guessing, the independence. You got the British fighting against the locals, and then you've got the independence. That's quite detailed. Wow. So the white building itself is the State Mosque, and I'm more interested in the squirrels that are over there. Oh, they've disappeared. Probably just see them. So that's nothing like a mosque I've seen over here. It was finished being built in 1966, but looks a lot more modern than what you usually see. So all the gates are closed, so we can't get in. Don't know if there's any security on. What a shame. I'm gonna get through the the railings. Oh, now coming up here, obviously you've got the football pitch in front of you, and then you've got the road, and then I don't know if these are the stands where people sit watching the match next to the bus stop. We've got a perfect view. I'm now at the next place, and one of the things you've got to really be careful in most of Southeast Asia is when you get wet paths. They are slippy. I have no idea what they use on the ground. So this is a park. So I'm at the lake and prayers have started, so I'll have to talk a little bit louder. So this is the Seremban Lake Garden. The lake is one of the oldest natural lakes in Malaysia, dating back to 1900s. Now this park itself goes further on down, and it's got within it a running track, which I wish I'd known from that this morning. It's got an orchid park, a restaurant. You can rent bikes around here. And just at the end of the lake is a drive-through fast food place. So you could drive through looking at the lake at the same time. Now there is a fair bit of construction work going on around here, like the railway station. So they are looking at making this, from the looks of it, a big tourist place. What I didn't realise was with these little signs, instead of me quite looking at the E-map all the time, there's a map there on the other side telling you where you can go next. Didn't know that. So we're going to go that way. It's going to go through the park, see what else is around here, and then the proper entrance to the mosque is just up here. Let's have a look at that instead. I'm just thinking that if that sign said that this lake is one of the oldest natural lakes in Malaysia, dating from 1900, no, there'll be older natural lakes from thousands and thousands of years ago. I think they meant man-made lake, but this is the end. And I think this leads into the park itself. And I am just walking so slowly because I've nearly fallen over at least 3 times. Health and safety. So that's the lake there, and then you go up the stairs to another lake. Some stands over there. Nice leaving the park, and then across the road you get a better view of the mosque, which I couldn't see before. And there's the official sign just there. Right, just let these cars get past. I'm not going to go too far. Prayers are going on. But yeah, that's not really what I think of as a mosque. There's no dome. God, it's a big old place. Right, let's go to the next place. This is the next place, and it took me a little while to find it, and we are clutching at straws for tourist things to look at, but it's on the heritage trail. This is the oldest rubber tree in Negeri Sembilan. This is the there. Diameter of 3.5 meters and a height of 25 meters, and is estimated to be over 120 years old. And there is a little bit more history on that side. This is one of 9 seedlings brought to Malaysia from Kew Gardens in England, and it is said to be one of the 2 oldest rubber trees in the country. And it's so important to put a little fence around it that you can't get near it. And if you ever want to know what a rubber tree looks like, there you go. Wow, that's a rubber tree. Now behind the rubber tree, one of 2 oldest rubber trees, is the Royal Gallery. Now, is that a colonial building? I'm not actually going to go towards it. It's a place where they have exhibitions. The main reason I'm not having a look at it is because dark clouds are coming and the air has got a little bit cooler. I don't want to get wet, so I'm going to have a bit of a rush around and see what else there is very quickly to see. And I'm sure you're fascinated by this place already, aren't you? So a little bit of history about Seremban. So in the 1840s, this started off as a tin mining settlement, only a small place, and that attracted a lot of Chinese immigrants trying to get in on the action. By the 19th century, so many factions were fighting over this tin mining that the British stepped in, as they do, and tried to sort it out. And this started the British colonial influence on the area. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna have a wander over there in a minute. And even this behind the gates here is an old British colonial building, but you can't see it because it's so far back. And that fountain is beautiful. So I've missed a few things out from the heritage map, only because of the rain that's about to come down in probably about 10 minutes time. And I'm trying to get back on track with some of these little heritage map signs. Oh, you can't see it from here. Wow, look at that. Ah, there you go. So that is the Istana Hinggap Palace. It was formerly used as the official residence of the British resident, but since 1960 onwards the building served as a retreat for the royal ruler of the state. I mean, residence, have you seen the size of it? But it's got a games room. Right, I'm more interested over there. What gets me, this is in the middle of a roundabout. So if you are trying to get tourism, you need to start thinking about traffic. Because I'm determined not to get knocked over. But this fountain, and it's on the side as well. Beautiful! Before I get to the old building, just cross the road. So you've got the palace up there. But this is the State Legislative Assembly building, built in 1987. It's quite small. And there's probably a sign for that somewhere along the line, but right, let's get to this big bad boy. So this is the old Secretary of State building, built in 1912, and it was used as the government building for the state from 1914 to 1987. Now when you go around Malaysia, if you see anything like this sign, it means it's an important building. However, one thing that doesn't mention is it's actually a state public library now. So according to that sign, it holds over 1 million books and can seat over 200 people. Now I don't know if these are students. That is a war memorial. That does need a good clean up. Oh, students. But it has been renovated, but they've kept the style as best as they can. So the guys that I saw taking photographs was not students, it was a marriage. They were getting married and they were in traditional dress, so I asked very, very nicely if I could take a photograph of them, and this is them. I wish them a very good, happy marriage, and unfortunately the rain has started, and I think this is going to be a strong downpour. I have got one more place left to go, and that is the end of my little tour of the city. The rain at the moment is fluctuating between being very heavy and very light. At the moment it's being very light, so I'm going to stop there and show you this. This is the former District Office and Survey Department building, which was built in 1912, so it's a British colonial building. But when it was first built, it was used as a British officer's residence. Residence? How big does he want his house to be? Now you can see it's going to ruin. You've got the windows just up there that are broken. There's plant life growing everywhere. And that is such a shame. They could do so much with this. Oh, there's a gate. All locked up. Wow. I mean, this window's missing. I would love to have a job like the tourist board boss and get some money and sort this place out. I could make it worthwhile. Got a job? And I am now going to go to the final place, because although skin is waterproof, my clothes aren't, and it's still dripping away. And this place is meant to be just around the corner, hopefully. And as I'm walking around, there is an entrance into this British Army's residence. Oh look, that could easily be restored. Wow. Right, next place, definitely next place, last one. last stop, and the rain has stopped as well. And I've noticed that all the dogs in this city do not like me at all. Is it because I'm a Westerner? So this is the Church of the Visitation. It's the oldest church in the city. It was built in 1885 to serve a growing Catholic community. And yeah, if it wasn't so wet, I'd probably try and find a way to get in. And I am going to try and avoid the dog. I'll start barking in a minute. Nope. I do like the fact they've got an outdoor seating. In fact, I am going to have a wander up. Oh, there's a collection of ducks. Oh, can't get in. Can we? Nope. Gates everywhere. Damn. So I've come to the front of the church, and a bit more impressive this side. And it has got a long history of serving the community of the city, especially during World War II when Seremban was taken over by the Japanese. Now I have missed out a lot, because of the rain. That's it. So I'm going to try and get a cheap taxi back to the hotel, because I think it's going to hoy it down. And that's me back at the hotel. Seremban has been interesting. I've quite liked it. It has got so much potential that someone needs to do something about it if they're going to compete against sort of Kuala Lumpur to the north and then Malacca to the south. I mean, it's got plenty of hotels like my Disney inspired place there, which is probably not. And over there's even more hotels and Western bars, of which there's about 5 or 6 of them. And I was tempted to go last night to that one right on the corner just over there, 6 cents. Get a bit close up. Unfortunately, my budget wouldn't let me, so I had to walk past it last night and had a look at people enjoying themselves at the bar. And it is my last night here. Tomorrow morning I'll be leaving here to go to Kuala Lumpur. Don't know whether I'll be going by train or bus. I'm hoping to go by train because of the fact I've not been on a train in Malaysia yet. But if you've enjoyed this video of a city you've never heard of, then press that like button. If you want to see what Kuala Lumpur is going to be like, then you've got to subscribe. But I'm going to go back into the hotel and get out of these wet clothes. So until next time, bye bye for now.